Bonjour à toutes, bonjour à tous, bienvenue sur le tuto de Huito, cette chaîne YouTube qui vous remet à l'anglais. Aujourd'hui, un épisode spécial sur go, le verbe go qu'on apprend, c'est un des premiers verbes qu'on apprend quand on commence à parler anglais et on pense tous que c'est un verbe vraiment simple. Eh bien, je vais vous prouver le contraire. Parce qu'à force de l'enseigner, ce verbe, je me suis aperçu qu'il avait beaucoup de subtilités, beaucoup d'expressions, beaucoup d'utilisations très différentes les unes des autres. Et je vais vous les expliquer aujourd'hui. Allez, c'est parti, let's go! Right, so this episode is completely in English, 100% in English. I will speak very slowly, don't worry. So let's go. Go is not that simple. Go can sometimes be confusing. So let me show you different ways of using the verb go. Number one, just go. Okay, go with nothing after. So you can use go plus a direction. You go north, you go south, you go east, you go up and down, okay? Then you can use go with another direction. You go home, for example, okay? You don't say, I go to home, but I go home. To go home, to go back home, or to go abroad. When you go abroad, it means that you go to a foreign country. So say you live in France, then you go to England, or you go to America. You go to a foreign country. Go abroad. Now, go also means to become, or yes, to become, to turn into something. So for example, if you go mad, it means that you become crazy. If you listen to music too loud, you go deaf, all right? You lose your hearing, so you become deaf. It's a change, okay? If you go blind, it means that you can no longer see. If you go bankrupt, it means that suddenly you lose all the money you had. If you go green, which you probably should, it means that you care a lot about the environment and you make sure that everything you do is good for the environment. Now, second way of using go. It's go plus ing, okay, a gerund. So go plus an ing verb. This works very well with activities. So say you want to go swimming, or you can go shopping, or you can go running, or camping, or dancing if you feel like dancing, okay? So go plus ing is an excellent usage. For example, you could say, last summer I went camping. Okay, go becomes went plus ing, I went camping. This afternoon I will go running for about an hour. Now, number three, go is very often followed by the preposition to go to a place, okay? So let's see, you've got different options there. So option number one, use go to with a general place. For example, you say go to school, okay? It's a general entity. You go to university, you can go to prison, okay, which is not a very good idea. You could go to hell. If you say go to hell, it's not just a place, it's a general idea, you know? You could go to bed. Go to bed doesn't really mean that you're actually going to your bed, inside your bed. It means that you can go to sleep and have some rest, okay? So go to plus a general location works really fine. Now, it also works with destinations. You can go to a city or a country or a continent. Say, for example, you can go to Paris or go to New York, go to England or go to America, or you could go to Asia, all right? And perhaps you know this expression, which I really love. Now, go-to is also an adjective. If you say, this is my go-to pencil, you have a pencil that you always like to use and you think this pencil is the best and this is the best in every scenario. You can say, this is my go-to pen. Implying this is your favorite pen, the pen that you really like to use, okay? My go-to app on my phone. What is your go-to app? So go-to can also be an adjective. Now, option number 2, go to the. If you go to the, it means that now you are very specific about the place you're going to. So let's say you're going to the restaurant or going to the zoo or going to the movies, going to the theater. You can go to the pub if you want to have a drink with your lads, with your friends. You can go to the pub. Or if you feel like hiking, you can go to the mountains. Or if you need to take a flight, you need to go to the airport. So you are specific. So you go to the. But now if you're not particularly specific and you want to tell a story, for example, without mentioning the specific place, you could say, oh, I went to a restaurant. I went to a fancy restaurant. I went to a very nice pub. I went to a huge airport, okay? You could say I went to a really cool concert. So it's a concert. You're not mentioning the concert. You may in the rest of the conversation, but you can use a instead of the, depending on the context. So number 4, you can use go with the preposition on. And I guess go on has to do with an exciting adventure. So if you go on an adventure, if you go on a safari, if you go on a hike, you go on a tour, or you go on a cruise, a boat cruise, or you go on a date. That's an exciting adventure. If you go on a date with a man or a woman, then it's an adventure. So you go on. It means that you get to go somewhere with something happening, all right? And also, go on is used with holiday. You can go on a holiday, then you would say you go on a holiday or you go on a vacation, okay? And you go on strike as well. If you stop working because you're not happy with what's happening, you go on strike, okay? And you tell your boss that you do not agree, okay? Go on strike. Number 5, go for. Go can also be followed by the preposition for. So you go for something. It means that you have the intention to do something, okay? You've made up your mind and you actually want to do something. So you can go for a walk. You can go for a walk. You can go for a run or go for a swim. Go for, and someone can tell you, go for it. Come on, go for it. It means that you are encouraging someone to do something. You may want to go for a beer. Would you like to go for a beer? It means that you are actually going or planning on having a beer with someone. You can go for a nap. If you feel like sleeping a bit during the day, go for a nap, okay? So to go for is another way of using go. That's about it. Now, you've probably heard of phrasal verbs, those verbs that people don't really like in English because they are a bit complicated. Let me give you a list of a few of them using the verb go. To go after To go after something means to pursue. If you go after your dreams, you make everything you can to make your dream come true, okay? You pursue your dream, you go after. Go by. To go by means to pass. There's one quite common phrase in English that says time goes by very quickly. Goes by. It means time passes very quickly. Go off. To go off has various meanings. To go off can mean to explode. For example, a bomb exploded in a crowded place. Go off can also mean something that is no longer good to eat or drink. Say you have milk in the fridge that has been there for a couple of weeks, and then you go, oh no, you shouldn't drink that milk. It's gone off. It's gone off, okay? It has gone off. It means that it's no longer good. Well, to go ahead means to continue. If you say go ahead, it means that you encourage someone to do something. To go on as well. Go on, mate, go on. Keep going. Go on, go ahead. To go through means to experience something, especially a hard time, a difficult moment. If you say, oh, I've been through difficult times recently, it means that you have experienced difficulties in your life. So to go through also means to read very carefully. If you go through an article or if you go through a contract, before you sign anything, go through the contract. It means read it very carefully. It's like when you say to go over. If you say, should we go over these plans before we agree on anything? We should go over these ideas. It means that we need to examine, to spend time considering all the options and all the things that have been said. To go over, to go through. It means to be quite specific about what you're reading and what you are actually doing, okay? Voilà pour aujourd'hui mes petits amis, j'espère que ça vous a plu cet épisode sur Go et je suis quasiment sûr que vous ne connaissiez pas toutes ces expressions. Si vous avez pensé à d'autres expressions que vous aimez particulièrement, laissez-les dans les commentaires. S'il y a certaines expressions que vous ne connaissiez pas et dont vous n'avez pas encore bien compris le sens, je serais ravi de vous réexpliquer dans les commentaires, mais pour ça, il faut me poser une question, donc n'hésitez pas. Et puis dernière chose, si vous souhaitez en connaître un peu plus sur l'anglais, mon livre, bientôt bilingue aux éditions First, est disponible, vous pouvez le commander et vous l'offrir pour les fêtes de fin d'année éventuellement en cadeau, ça peut faire très bien l'affaire. Je vous remercie beaucoup, je vous dis à très bientôt dans les tuteurs de Huito. Passez une excellente fin de journée. Bye bye, thank you so much, cheers.